Hey, welcome to Schopfield Music. I'm Napoleon.
I'm John.
One more time.
We're coming here from Schopfield Studio South. We've had a nice weekend playing some music. If you haven't already checked out some videos of that, we'll be having them coming up here shortly.
Please like, subscribe, bell it. Yo!
Yes, we had a good time. We had Mike here from Indiana.
It was great.
And our old pal James came to play some drums.
Yep.
It's really nice to get everybody together.
Oh man, the band was back together from how many years now? 3?
It's been 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, at least 3 or 4. So we've become studio rats, of course, and not playing with anybody. It's been a change, but it seemed like everybody was kind of on point.
Yeah, I think so. It was a good time. You know, a little rusty because we haven't played together, but at the same time, it's like riding a bike. Once you get some people together who've played together,
yes,
it's like riding a bike.
Oh yeah,
just get right back into the swing of it. But we've been sitting on stools or standing for 12-hour sets for the last 2 days. So
sometimes these things.
Yeah. So we're just kind of chilling here, having a little Sunday conversation.
Yeah.
Who knows if and when this will come out to you. If it'll be a Tuesday or a Sunday, I have no idea.
Wherever this goes, it'll be a conversation day.
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize for the not being able to go live. I'd mentioned in my last video that I was going to hopefully go live, but
we found out on we were going to go live and use our iPhones to videotape and stream that to you live. Turns out
you have to have what? How many subscribers?
Yeah, for the novices that we are, the size that we are right now, we don't have the subscription to be able to use a mobile device.
A mobile device for going live, right?
And so therefore we didn't figure it out until about 20 minutes ago how it might be able to be done. So we will be having live videos eventually.
It just won't be off the phone. We have to use the webcams from our computer.
That's correct.
The YouTube will allow us to do that until we get the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. So if you're a small YouTube channel like us and you don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, but you want to start messing around with going live, you can do it, but you need to use your desktop computer or laptop computer.
Yep.
Use a web camera.
Like a handy, what do you got the Logitech?
I have a Logitech
720
HD camera of some sort. Yeah, I don't know what the number is on it.
I got mine at Best Buy, I think.
Yep. So that will work and go live. In terms of the audio quality, you can use the input of the webcam itself.
But we found a better way, we think, and we're hoping is going to work.
Yeah. Trying to get your audio interface that you use so that you can capture all the sounds of all the different inputs already pre-mixed so that you're getting yourself high quality for that live show. Hopefully we can get it working. We know we can get the inputs in there. It's just a matter of the quality of the sound. It wasn't really good yet.
Right.
So unfortunately we're not able to do a live one for you yet.
Exactly. Well, so what spiked this idea for the quick conversation piece is we were actually talking about monitors and in-ears and sound quality for recording in a room, like a little studio, a bedroom, or...
As you guys probably know in our studios, John, when you're recording in your studio, you do not go through in-ears, do you?
I don't, no. The only time I use headphones is when I'm recording my drums or my vocal tracks.
Yeah, okay.
And I use my studio headphones because they're super comfortable.
Sure. And then the rest of the time you're using...
My monitors on the computer, or on the computer desk.
Okay, like studio monitors.
Yeah, studio monitors.
Okay.
I do playbacks with my PAs just to hear the sound difference.
Okay.
But for the most part, I use my computer speakers after I mix down with the monitor speakers, which are, what's the brand of them again now? Atom A7X, that's what they are. Yeah. And I bought the sub. Now, most of the time, if you're recording and mixing with monitors, they say if you're doing classic rock or rock and roll, you don't need a sub. Usually a sub is for like EDM music, electronic music, or pop kind of stuff.
Sure.
But I really like, for me, I want to hear the bass. And so, but what I get to do is when I play my guitar, I will play through my mixer, have the output coming through my monitors, which therefore when I'm throwing down a bass in my room, like say a bass track, that little Atom sub, I'm not sure what it's called, it's a 10-inch sub, but it's an Atom, it goes with the monitors, and the room fills out so nicely, and it's the reason I sold those big 18-inch subs that I really didn't need in the closet.
So you go, even when you're playing live, you'll go through your studio monitors?
Yeah, okay. I do.
Okay.
Like, you know, I'll do a lot of backing tracks I play to for fun on YouTube. And so I'll click the playback on the monitors, but the fact that I have the sub in the room, I get a more, to me, I feel like a lively sound versus a, like what most people would think of as a monitor being sterile sound.
Okay. And as you know, I go through my in-ears in here because I have bedrooms right next to the studio.
Right.
So I don't want to really be super loud, so I just go through my in-ears. So this weekend, we've used your PAs, which are not your studio monitors. They're more for out, like gigging out.
Correct.
Speakers.
Right.
So we've used those here. So we still have those hooked up, and I was wondering what the quality of the tones of your guitars would be, comparing coming through the PAs, which would be similar to what you do in your room,
right?
Basically having a live sound versus what the quality of going through the in-ears would be,
right?
For a differential.
Yes.
Because I think that tone-wise, it'll be similar or close enough to work. And I know one of the bigger drawbacks of using in-ears for you is the tone quality.
Right, tone quality,
and then the other drawback I think would be having a live feel or a sense of liveliness of the room, being able to hear people, being able to hear your audience and get that feel.
Right.
Now I think I have a way that you can use in-ears and still get that feel.
Right.
So we can try that too.
I've heard, and I think I know where you're going because I've read up on this. It's where you take a actual microphone and you blend it into your mixer from the room so that you're then gaining some with control of outside noise, right? Is that where you're going to go?
That's correct.
Because I've read up on that. Yeah, I thought that might be a concept that you could do too, but
now, like in a large gig, or if you're playing, a club, and then you're going through in-ears, perhaps having two of them located in certain places might really do the trick. For this situation, I think just one condenser microphone, which a condenser microphone, if I'm saying it correct.
Yeah, I think so. Condenser microphone.
I don't know the microphones as much. The ones we use here for vocals are like a Shure SM58 is what kind of microphone?
Oh, that's a dynamic.
Okay, so those are dynamic.
Yes, that's a dynamic
mic.
A
condenser microphone would be more like the Behringer B1 that I use.
Right.
It's like a larger diaphragm microphone. Yes. Those microphones will capture the sounds.
And you can go with a FET condenser, or you can go with a tube condenser. There are different styles.
I think a condenser microphone for what we're looking for here would capture the sounds here
easily. I think too.
Easier.
But now we talked about one con of mine for the in-ear. Another one is the hassle of when you have long hair. Okay, guitar straps are a pain in the butt as it is with long hair, and when you're as old as I am, you're trying to be careful with it. It comes out pretty easy the older you get. So for me, it's a real pain because I've got to worry about these cables over my ear. I got hair hanging down, a guitar strap that's constantly pulling on my hair anyways, and then I get cables caught and stuff, and they're popping out of my ears half the time, and I've got to constantly adjust. And
well, if you do your in-ears correctly,
right,
you should.
It's a one-time setup that's a pain in the butt, yes, and I run mine behind my shirt so that the cable is hidden.
I was say you have the benefit of using a wireless in-ear system.
Right, that's right. I do.
Versus a wired system.
Because I was trying to go with as hassle-free as possible.
Right. Because I'm currently wired.
Right. But your guitar is wireless.
Yeah. Yeah.
My guitar is cabled, but my in-ears are wireless.
Yeah.
Hey, we should hang out sometime.
We should maybe do some. Yeah. So being wireless and running through your shirt, so the cables aren't left
Right.
floating.
It's a one-time deal,
You've
but
only got this much cable. I think.
and
could
I know bend the what do you call the cable part that molds to your ear. You bend that just right, and I do that, and I still end up popping the things out. I mean, I've only used in-ears a few times.
The correct size inputs.
I did a bunch of tests on that because it comes with the different sizes and whatnot. I've tried that. I've got a lot of actual earplugs that I use now that have. You can adjust the decibel by just simply opening up little holes in the ear, so that way if I'm ever in a situation that's really loud, I'm more concerned about my hearing nowadays than ever, of course. So that's where in-ears is going to definitely be a pro, because you don't need to get as loud to get what you need. It's almost like an attenuator for the mix.
Well, we were just saying that this weekend when we had more people in here to play with us,
right?
Having 4 guys, each one of us on each song seemed to want a little something different in terms of what would be the best mix,
right,
for us going forward.
Yes.
And our current setup in here was just to go through our PAs.
Right.
So what sounded good, it was a balance of trying to find what each one of us could live with for our personal mix so that we could play and stay in.
Right. Well, we have we have different musicians here,
And having the actual overall sound be pleasant as well for any audience.
Because we did have a bit of a crowd of people that showed up to hang out, so you gotta concern the sound quality.
So my theory is, if we all had our in-ears, you don't have to worry about what the PAs are sounding. Just leave that being a nice general mix, and then we can all individually have what we want.
With the levels that are comfortable for our guests to be able to talk and still hear the music.
For them, it doesn't matter. And then we can have whatever we want in our in-ears because they can't hear that.
That's what I'm saying. You send a different mix to the monitors versus the in-ears, and you're fine.
But the other option is each one of us have our own little monitors.
Right, yeah, that's right. Like
we used to have floor wedges, or the amp I use currently that was custom built. Actually, all it is a
Behringer PA speaker.
PA monitor.
It's
speaker.
the 12-inch powered PA speaker.
Yeah.
Because your Kemper's a passive.
Right. So using one of those in a large setting is fine because you got a lot of sound and space. But in a small area like a studio here, if we were going with live sound, small personal PA mixers, like those little vocal amps they make to hook onto your...
What was that, 6-inch or 8-inch? Do you remember? Might have even been a 4-inch.
It might have even been a 5 or a 4.
Something tiny.
There's a few different ones on the market, but they can connect right into your mic stand.
Yeah. It's a sweet concept.
And I think with those... there'd be more sound out there to bleed around.
Right.
Each person could still get the mix they want, and it wouldn't be overpowered to affect too much.
Exactly, right.
But we're going to test it out and see if the in-ear system versus PA tone-wise is okay. And if we can put a condenser mic in the room to give you that liveliness feel. Right. It's just a matter of comfort, and basically you just got to get used to it to save your hearing.
Right. Right. That's what I've been trying to figure out in my studio is the monitor PA system. Once I got the Atom monitors, because before that I was using simply my PA speakers for mixing, playing, everything. And it seems with the monitors I had to get them louder, of course. And now that I have the monitors, my levels have come down. So they're what do they call near field monitors? They call them. Okay. So you can sit comfortably and listen to the mix coming right at you and be able to adjust your parameters and everything. But the thing is that has been nice for me. The fact that I can bring levels down now, because the times that I had the PA speaker, my wife would come in and be like, "That's really loud. That's really loud," And it's like, it seems like I had to get there for that sound I wanted. And now with these monitors, I don't have to get there. In fact, sometimes though, the downfall with the monitors is what I find kind of similar to what in-ears are, and that is there's almost like this thin bit
In
of.
terms of your studio monitors?
Well, sometimes if I don't have them adjusted properly, my mix and what I'm doing, because I'm quite novice when it comes to trying to record things and get the levels of everything figured out, you know, gain levels and all that. It's all gain level, man. For me, it's like chasing the gain levels on everything. You have so much going on with gain levels that it's insane to like bring up here, come down here, bring up here, come down here, and to get to the end result.
Well, that's an interesting idea. If you're on a budget, in terms of what do you want in your studio, because there's three aspects.
Right.
For sound, I think there would be obviously what do you want to use for playback of what you've recorded, so that you can mix your music
Right.
as good a quality as possible.
Right.
What do you want for listening, if you have an audience, or if you just want to listen for pleasure? And
Sure.
you know.
Right.
And then also, what do you want to use in terms of while you're recording and playing? What do the musicians want to use?
Right.
And your options are, you know, headphones
Yep.
or in-ear monitors. That would be the same to me.
Sure.
You could use headphones, obviously, for the mixing of, you know, once you have the music recorded and
Right.
you're in your DAW and you're mixing stuff up, you
Yeah.
can use headphones for that.
Right.
You can also use headphones while playing,
Yep.
or using in-ears, which is one of the arguments that we have.
Right. Right.
But in terms of listening for an audience, unless you've got a huge headphone amp and you want like 12 headphones running around,
Right.
but then you kind of lose the ability to communicate and socialize when you're all on headphones.
Right.
Oh, that'd be kind of funny to see like 12 people.
Headphones on.
hanging
Put your
out.
mouth in the microphone.
So that's one option. The other would be PA speakers, which PA speakers are what you use for more robust for live music
Right.
when you're playing, versus studio monitors.
Right.
And studio monitors are made to listening to music and for
Mixing.
mixing.
But I think that part there that you just said, enjoy playback to a degree. I think with monitors, that's where I have to say adding a sub.
Helps it be more.
That
enjoyable.
really will complete
Right.
for me what I think a good sound coming out of a monitor.
Well, depending on what kind of monitors you get.
Right, for like a live sound that you're trying to get
Right.
out of a
So-
monitor.
My argument would be, if you're on a budget or if you're just starting out, in terms of mixing down a final product that's in your recording DAW, and you're doing the final editing,
Just mixing.
just mixing down.
Mhm.
The two main ways that people tend to use that would be good quality headphones or good monitors.
Right, good quality
In a
monitors.
perfect world,
Yeah,
you'd
both.
have both.
Right.
But I do believe you can get by very easily with just headphones.
What do you think? Leave them down there in the comments. Want to know. What is your thought? Which one do you think, for a mix down purpose only? No other reason to have. Is it headphones, or is it, and we're talking good quality, is it good quality headphones, or is it good quality monitors? What do you think? I think I'd like to hear what everybody has to say. I think it'd be
don't know.
neat.
I mean, when we understand, obviously, if money's not an object and everything,
Sure.
yes, you'd have like 3 pairs of monitors,
Right.
and they're all different sized and all that. But you know, for getting started,
Right.
what
With
do
a
you-
good quality,
yeah,
you know,
what-
and you're allowed to have one.
Yeah.
Either this or either that. You know,
Right.
which one would you pick?
that'd be interesting to know.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Tell us why too.
Yeah.
Tell us why you would pick the one that you would say would be the best.
And then I also think the next option would be in terms of enjoyment of live music being heard by an audience. I believe at that point, PA speakers are definitely going to outdo
Monitors.
personal monitors.
Yeah. But then we have to go to, from that, the next step would be then to, what is the band going to hear? What is the audience going to hear? Is this where we go in ear, or is this where we rely on PA for not only band to hear,
but also the audience, and then in which case you're fighting each other's.
And the levels again, always up, up,
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So what would be the perfect solution between PAs, monitors, and headphones?
But let me throw something at you here real quick with that in mind.
Sure.
Okay? Acoustic drums or electric drums.
Well, that's a whole nother ball game there.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Not everybody has one or the other. So that's interesting. Like, okay, so that totally...
True. Well, as you either have seen or will see this weekend, our friend James brought over his drum set, and it's an electric drum set. We've had acoustic drum sets and electric drum
Yeah,
sets in
both,
the past
right,
for
yeah.
us.
Sure.
Up at John's studio, Schopfield Studios North. I believe you've probably seen his drum set.
Yep.
Here in my studio, we had an acoustic drum set at the old studio down
Yes.
here.
A monster, really cool vintage one.
Once we moved over to the new place, there really wasn't room, and the sound is an
Yeah.
issue. Because as you know, we've been talking, I don't use live
Right.
sound. I'm through in-ears because it's quieter.
Exactly.
So acoustic drums is just out of the question here.
Right. And I think your mixes and your tones that you throw down on your videos really sound great.
Using the keyboards for drums, it works.
Yeah, but I mean, and not just the drums alone, you know, per se or whatever, but just the overall mix, and that's, you know, with you using in-ears.
Well,
So you can do a good quality mix
well,
with.
it's much like when we switched from having our tablatures and words
Oh yes.
on paper
Binder book.
over into the digital realm. It
Yeah.
took some getting used to.
Oh yeah.
Same
We got
with
500
yours.
pounds of papers.
Right. If you
That's
commit
still
to
got
it, once you commit and use it enough, you get
Right.
comfortable enough. You can.
Now,
do fine.
what did you spend on your in-ear monitors?
Well, I did not get a wireless system, so all I had to do was buy the actual in-ear headphones.
Which was
I got the Shure 200 series or
yeah,
something
212,
like that.
wasn't it called
I don't
212
know,
or something?
215s.
Maybe it was 250. Yeah, I think it was 215.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Right.
$150 maybe,
Right.
somewhere around there. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not like super expensive. You can get $300, $400
Right.
just for the headphone.
Yeah.
The in-ear wireless headphone. Well, not wireless, but just the in-ear headphone.
In-ear headphone part, right?
And then
Just
I
something
just-
you would plug into an iPod, basically.
part. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
A glorified iPod
Yeah.
thing. What do they
Yeah.
call? What do they call those? AirPods, I think is the
AirPods,
new
yeah.
thing now, but those are like wireless things.
Yeah. Yeah, and for music stuff, you do not want to use Bluetooth.
No.
Because you'll have latency issues.
Yeah, latency. You want to definitely go wired, at least for now, till technology gets
Well,
better.
Right. The wireless systems are a little different. That's not using a Bluetooth.
No, it's its own wavelength, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Which
So I don't think you have any latency issues with the
I don't feel like I do,
wireless system.
but I'm not really too far from it either. Always, you know.
So I'm wired. So I just have a long extension 1/8" jack that I
Right.
drag around with me.
Right.
And the mixer that I use, I've got 8 different monitor outs. So each one of us could have our own wired setup.
Right.
Drummers obviously don't need to move around, so they don't have to be wireless.
Exactly. Right. Which I think James always went through those headphone / microphone
Yeah.
combo deals
Yeah,
there.
and typically, a keyboardist usually doesn't have to be wireless either because
Right.
they're gonna be stuck at their keyboard.
Unless you have one of those super cool 80s keyboard guitars. What do they call them? Keytars?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna get one someday?
I thought about
You
it
should.
just for fun.
I'd love to see it hanging on the wall on here.
No.
So would oh, you took care of it. I was hoping to find that sweet water bottle.
Oh. I don't know.
Cool water
Do they
bottle.
still sell those?
I don't know, but I thought it was really cool. I'm gonna steal it if I get the chance.
Hey, thanks for checking out our video today at Schopfield Music. If you liked this video,
Please like, subscribe, and bell it, yo.
and don't forget to check out more videos from us. Right over there.
There.